Here you can see the contents of the PackShot Edge bundle. The Tripod X and tripod wheels are right here. We've got our slider along with the vertical module and L bracket, 2 head ones, the tilt module is right here, and we have our turntable. This is the PackShot Edge bundle. And over here, we have the essential accessories needed for the dual-axis turntable. 2 flex tilts, batteries, the camera, our product, and an extra stand. Now, let's start by mounting our Slider Plus onto the Tripod X. The Tripod X's precise motorized height adjustment is going to come in very handy later on. Place it in and turn the locking knob to tighten it all the way down. All set. Now, let's mount our flex tilt head on top. The Pro V3 is going to give us the exact adjustability and rock-solid stability we need. Now, we are ready to mount our camera. Dolly in and out motions are now ready on this setup. Now let's set this rig aside for a moment and start building our dual-axis turntable setup on the other stand. We'll start by mounting the first head one onto the stand. Once it's threaded all the way down, press the lock button to give it a little extra twist and tighten it securely. Normally, you'd use the tilt module to attach the second head one. But for this turntable setup, we're going to do things a bit differently and use this flex tilt prime instead. We unfold the flex tilt roughly like this, and we mount our second head one to it using the mounting hole on its side, just like so. This way, I've achieved a highly flexible positioning capability. Now, I'm attaching the mounting screw to the head one, which allows me to mount my turntable right on top of it. While tightening the turntable, I press the lock button located on the back of the head one. My turntable is now ready for movement on both the horizontal and vertical axes. I'll be adjusting this point so it perfectly aligns with the center of the product I'll be shooting. If I'm shooting a small product, I'll need to bring it closer to the center like this. And by pulling it back like this, I'll be creating the space needed to center a large product. Let's attach the batteries and power on the system. Now, it's time to secure the product we'll be shooting onto the turntable. We'll put some double-sided tape right underneath our product, ensuring it stays perfectly centered on the turntable without falling over. Positioning it right in the center, I press down firmly. Right now, the center aligns precisely with the middle of my dog's face. On the turntable side, we are now fully ready for the shoot. As for the slider side, what we need to do is quite simple. All we have to do is make sure our camera is aligned in the exact same direction as the slider. Whether we look from a side angle or a top-down view, we need to see that the camera lens is perfectly parallel to the slider's rails. This way, the slider movement won't cause any perspective shift through the lens. The slider is ready and the turntable is ready too. Now all that's left is to align these two systems with each other. At this stage, I need to ensure that my lens aligns perfectly with the turntable's vertical axis. My wheeled tripod makes this incredibly easy. By precisely shifting the entire system side to side, I ensure it's perfectly centered. Now, I also need to ensure that my lens height perfectly aligns with the exact center of the turntable. Thanks to the motorized design of the Tripod X, I can make these precise 1 to 2 centimeter height adjustments effortlessly. We are now officially ready for the shoot. The setup we've built over the last few minutes was actually for a vertical video shoot. Even though our camera is mounted horizontally, because our subject is positioned sideways, the final result we get on screen is a vertical video. Just like we turned our subject sideways, if we mount our camera sideways as well, we can produce a horizontal video that looks completely normal from the camera's perspective. Now, let's go ahead and mount our camera sideways. Let's quickly redo those parallel alignment adjustments I just showed you. First, we adjust by checking from the side. And then we adjust by looking from the top. Since our camera's height changed when we flipped it sideways, let's also quickly realign it with the turntable's center of rotation. First, we make the left-right correction, and then easily adjust the height with the help of the Tripod X. And just like that, we've successfully achieved a completely normal-looking horizontal video setup. No matter how you rotate the turntable, the product you're shooting is always right in front of the lens. Capturing truly original and dynamic shots is now entirely possible. Alright, so we've shown you the horizontal and vertical video setups, but the dual axis turntable actually gives you the freedom to create much more versatile angles. You can angle your turntable diagonally just like this. The only thing you need to keep in mind is to align your camera lens exactly where the vertical and horizontal axis lines intersect. Since my horizontal position hasn't changed, I just need to adjust my height, and I'll be ready for the new setup. This setup has given me the ability to create much more dynamic angles. In fact, let's run a motorized move to see it in action. To give you some more creative ideas, lastly, by showing the view at a diagonally angled turntable with an again diagonally angled camera, and with that, we'll wrap up our video. I am setting my camera to the same diagonal angle as the turntable. Of course, after every camera adjustment, I do not forget to realign my lens center with the intersection of the axes. Again, first the horizontal alignment, and then the vertical alignment, and let's do the previous movement again and see the effect. This concludes our dual-axis turntable setup tutorial. Please write your detailed tutorial requests that you want to watch in the comments.